Alright. Things looking good. Here we are again. Today we're going to be starting 7th Dragon 2020. This is a game that never came to the West. This is a fan translation. Crap. I feel like I should mention who did the fan translation. Look that up real quick. I do feel bad about not mentioning it. Okay, the translation was apparently released by PokeTags. Anyway, I've done a little bit of this game. I played it for about an hour and a half or so just to get the feel for it and decide if I wanted to play it. And it's pretty fun. I like it. It's kind of similar to Etrian Odyssey, but without a lot of the things that kind of ruin Etrian Odyssey for me. And I like the setting. I tried going back to the first game in the series. This is actually the second game. The first one is more of a medieval style game. But I wasn't feeling it. Because I liked this one, so I was like, alright, maybe I should start at the first one. And I tried that one out for... I gave it a little bit of a shot, and I didn't really like the setting or anything to it, so I was like, alright, I'll just do this one. And I believe there's a 7th Dragon 2022 also. The only one that came to the States was actually the 4th game, which was 7th Dragon 3 VFD on the 3DS. That one I haven't touched. After... I'm going to do this one, and then, depending on if I get sick of it or not, I may do the second one right after. If not, I'll definitely probably do it sometime later. And then, if I'm not sick of the franchise then, I might give the third one a try. I don't know. See how it goes. Anyway, Makabe, report. Year 2020, Tokyo, Cabinet Offices. Not sure if that's a guy or a girl. I think he's wearing a suit. Alright. It's an outbreak like the one in Shijuku 2 years ago. An outbreak of monsters. They're back again. This is the 4th time this year. The outbreak is in Tokyo City Hall this time. Enough for them to justify a code yellow alert. Give me a second. Alright. Apparently roommate is cooking something to set off the fire alarm. You've already evacuated the people. Right now it's taking an entire regiment of the SDF just to keep them contained. What do you mean, contained? Why isn't there a plan to exterminate them? Well, that's... Just say the word and I'll handle it. Who's that? Atsume Hikasa, the new chief at Murakumo. Murakumo. Alright, they specialize in this kind of thing. You're 5 minutes late, Natsume. My apologies. I was delayed for some formalities. Got the right people for this? And they're ready to go? Yes, we didn't waste any time. Fine. I'll authorize the Murakumo organization to handle things as you see fit. Thank you. Well, that's a relief, huh? Recently, though, there are a lot of monsters. Even Murakumo will need reinforcements. Wouldn't worry. I think she's using this to find some fresh blood. Chapter 0, aka the tutorial. Later that day, Tokyo City Hall Plaza. Cadets gathered here today. You are probably all wondering. Hold on a second. Look over there. I think that's the last person on the list. Can you type your name into that terminal? Yeah, you might need to use the L button when you use English full width, okay? Point forward, you'll be represented in this video game by a character you create. Someone who can resolve the looming crisis, the war between dragons and humans. Your initial character's name is... In my test run, I went for this guy, because his picture looks cool. His 3D model does not. I guess we'll go with this. We hope it looks better. And I like me some Punchy. And as always, whenever we get to actually pick a name, I go with Elder Gods from the Lovecraftian universe. Sample some actors.
負けるはずなどないだろう。ま、こんなんでいいんじゃないか。これが僕の責任だ。さて、地獄送りで許してやるよ。守備は上々だ。せっ。盛り上がってきた。お、いい調子。相手は選べ。これ教訓ね。
Sure, why not? Kinda like that one. Still doesn't look quite as good as a picture, but it'll do. So you're the last cadet, Azathoth. Well then, go over there and listen. First, I'd like to apologize for calling you here on such short notice. But I haven't introduced myself. I am Natsume Hikasa, head of Murakumo. Murakumo organization? Don't they exterminate monsters? You're well informed. I wonder if you've heard the rumors going around the city as well. About a secret organization admitting only the most elite candidates? Stories are true. You must pass a grueling exam in order to join the Murakumo. The reason you're all gathered here today is that this is the site of your examination. Are you kidding me? An exam? I haven't prepped for this. This exam is different from other years. It Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building is presently infested with monsters. This year, the examination topic will be eradication of all monsters from City Hall. This is all so sudden. Of course, you can always back out. This is a small trial to endure compared to the honor of joining us. After this, you become Murakumo. After this, the Japanese government will finally recognize your S-class talents. So this goes all the way to the top. Alright, I'm in. Pretty stories about the Murakumo. Yeah, me too. Never get another chance like this. Few ever have, and few ever will. It's good you see that. Kirino, the exam parameters. Yes, cadets, I am Ayafumi Kirino. Today's topic is monster extermination. In order to accomplish this mission, you're expected to form teams of 3. You can choose to go it alone or in pairs, but for safety reasons, I can't recommend it. You'll be using the computer to group up. Go to the terminal right over there. I suggest you consider everyone's abilities and try to form a well-balanced team. What exactly this monster extermination entails will be explained on site by your instructor. Let me introduce you to the trainer who will be conducting your exam. This is Genji Gato. I'm Gato, Murakumo Unit 10. By all the long faces out there, just do what I say, you'll be fine. If you mean, am I playing a Switch game? No, this is a PSP game. I still haven't bought a Switch. As to what else you might mean by switching it up, I'm not entirely sure. With that, I think we're ready to begin. Murakumo entrance exam number 75 starts now. I've got high hopes for you. Yeah, this is another game that never came out of Japan. It's a fan translation. Alright, go assemble your teams. Once you think you're done, head to City Hall entrance and get ready. Yeah, I figured. But no, this is from the PSP. It was, there was 4 games in the series. I probably will get one eventually. Basically holding out until there is a release date for SMT5, or if it just, you know, either once a release date for SMT5 comes out, or if the price drops significantly enough, I'll get one. Terrible name. They should have named it something much better, and honestly, I haven't seen any games. Like, they haven't announced any games. I mean, if it's for PS5, then I'll get a PS5. And once again, like I said, there's 2 things that'll get me to get a Switch. Either SMT5 is announced with a release date, or significant price drop. Now, eventually the Switch will get a significant price drop, and I'll get one. Like, if it's down to, like, maybe 200 or so, or close to 200. And I don't mean the light, because I don't want it for a handheld. I want it for, you know, a console. So the light being 200 doesn't count. But if the actual, you know, with the dock and TV out, you know, into the TV that I can play at home and stream and everything else gets around 200-ish, I'll probably get it. Okay, so when I did my test run for a little bit of this, I did Destroyer, Thief, and Hacker. I like the Hacker, and I like the Thief. I mean, the Destroyer. I kind of want to do Destroyer, Samurai, Hacker. that's another reason why I'm holding off. There was a rumor a while back. There was a rumor that there was going to be a handheld-only Switch, and that came true. At the same time that rumor came out, there was a rumor that there was going to be a more powerful console-only Switch. So that's another reason why I'm holding off on buying one, just in case that turns out to be true. But there hasn't been any follow-up on that. Let's make our hacker. Crap. Wrong button.
よかった。その程度で勝てると思って。ちゃんと反省するんだよ。楽勝楽勝。次行こう。また一歩前進だね。先を急ぎましょう。やり。いっけ。先生復帰。急げ。
Yeah, I like that.
腕が鳴るな。
Alright, so now we need a samurai. Let's go with that one. We name him. I'm blanking out on all my Lovecraft deities. Oh, I just said that that's another reason why I'm holding off. Is that I heard a long time ago there was a rumor of a console only that was going to be more powerful. So that's another reason why I'm holding off. I'll still probably go ahead. I'll be pissed off if they announce it right after I get one, but still, one of those two either, you know, goes down to around 200-ish, or SMT5 finally gets a release date. I'll probably pick it up. But that's one of the main reasons why. There are a couple other games that I want to play on it, but that's another one of the main reasons why I've been waiting, is that rumor that there's going to be a stronger console-only version. Yeah, because the rumor came out at the same time that the rumor of the handheld-only version, and that came true.
Ma, こんなんでいいんじゃないか。さて、地獄送りで許してやる。守備は上々だ。往生しな。負けられないもんな。相手は選べ。これ教訓ね。お、来た来た。うん。因果応報というものだ。
That sounds very samurai-like.
この力、試してみよう。
Yeah. And once again, even if I get a Switch, I would, like, being generous, I would say I'll probably only use it maybe 5% of the time handheld. Like, that's one of the reasons why I'm so behind on PSP and DS and 3DS and Vita games and all that, is that I had no interest in handheld gaming for a long time. The little interest I did have went bye-bye when my PSP got stolen. So I'm playing catch-up on a lot of those games, but I don't really use handheld systems. Like, if I go out, I'm doing things. Like, I see how they're good for some people, but like, if I go out, I'm the one driving. I'm the one doing stuff. Like, I don't really have time to, like, play a game if I'm going out to do something. And if I'm going out to just, even if I'm just going out to hang out with friends, I'd rather just pay attention to hanging out with friends than playing a game. So the situations where I would be out away from home and wanting to play a game are very, very limited. So like, even when I'm playing my 3DS or something else, I'm usually playing it at home, sitting right where I'm sitting right now. Let me check your team makeup. Okay, no problems here. So get moving. Everyone else is already inside. I wonder if he says that all the time, or if he would say that if I didn't take any type of support character with me or not, if he'd say something different. Like, had I just gone with three attackers, if he would have said something different. Alright, everyone here? Let's get a move on. Guys, we're hunting monsters from here on out. That's exactly what are these monster things? Yeah, I've heard the rumors too, but I haven't seen them in the flesh. Whoa! Yeah, isn't this great? There's a real one, right on cue. That there is a monster. Doesn't look like much, does it? Kinda ferocious, but more like an animal. Alright. You. Yeah, you. You guys give it a go first. Keep going if you can take it. We start with moderate damage. Yeah, let's try out yours. Nice work. I always love watching a fight. When I see a battle like that, I wish I had an excuse to take the exam for you. But there are only a few monsters on this floor. The exam begins in earnest above. Oh yeah, since you got beat on, patch up with these. One team started out all torn up, that wouldn't be fair, now would it? Just triangle button to bring up the menu. The menu can use items to check the status of your party. But first off, hack through the monsters up to the 3rd floor. Show some guts out there. See you. Use a minimap to confirm location, find points of interest like chests. Display, expand, dismiss the minimap, just press the X button. Assistance of your map, proceed into the dungeon. Let's get rid of our old test save. Just go ahead and fill out the map of this first floor just to satisfy OCD. when I did my little test run through this, I talked to everybody. Nobody really says anything important. And we just have to get through the 3rd floor to finish the tutorial. I don't see why it wouldn't. I know with the PS3 they downgraded the cell processor a little bit from initial announcement to what actually came out. But the PS4 I think was the same as what they announced to release. So I don't see why they would go back on that.
相手は選べ。これ教訓ね。
Oh, the actual form factor? I still haven't seen it. I've seen the Xbox Sex, and that thing looks bad. Looks like a refrigerator. I don't know. The Xbox Series X looks like, I don't know if you remember, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. Do you remember the Bose speakers where they were trying to look all like blocky and pretentious? It reminds me of those.
命を買った結果だよ。
I don't really have a lot of skills, so it's mostly just auto-battling at this point. Can't really spend any skill points till we finish this. Can we? Yeah. It skips right over the section where we can buy skills. So yeah, we can't spend any skill points till we hit the after the tutorial. Hey, Irby. I mean, it does look better than the One X did, but I'm still not too crazy about that design. Like I said, it just reminds me of those old Bose speakers, and their whole like advertising thing for them was very pretentious. So it's probably just the memory of that coming back to me. I don't hate it, but I'm not really a fan. That, and I also just kind of prefer my consoles to lay flat. Like, even the PS2 and the PS3 and all the ones that you could lay up, I never did just because Cat would love to, like, rub up against it and knock it over. So I prefer them when they lay flat. And that's one of the things is that you can announce the system and the specs and everything all you want. If you don't have any games for it that I want to play, I'm not interested. And I think so far the only thing they've announced that's coming out for it is Halo, which I have zero interest in. At some point, I mean, if they have good games, I'll probably pick it up. I need to use one, but I think everybody's full. Yeah, see, even the PlayStation 5, I'm gonna hold off on until something comes out that I want to play on it. I'm also generally not an early adopter, just for the simple fact that usually the first run of systems are the ones that have the most defects. So at the very least, I like to wait for the second. No, I haven't played Hellblade yet. I haven't bought it yet. I've heard it's good, though. But yeah, I have been wanting to pick up Hellblade for a while, but every time it would come out on sale, there was always other games that there was always other games that I ended up picking up instead. Like stuff I had my eye on a little closer. So it just kind of ended up being the victim of being on sale at the same time as other stuff that I'd rather get on sale. But it's been on my wish list on Steam ever since it came out. Why is like, is there something Hellblade related for the next Xbox, or? Is it exclusive, or is it going to be on everything? Late. Can you handle yourselves in a fight? Guess it's a wash. You guys hurt? Well, avoiding that. Easy enough to treat knocks like these. So I'll show you so you can do it yourselves. support skill for first aid. Alright, let's head up. Should already be an instructor there. This is Nagari. Gatu, do you read me? Why? What's the problem? It's a huge monster in here. This is too much for one person to handle. Crap, he's... Yeah. It's like we got an instructor in a jam. Don't really like the cadets to see it, but... Better come along with me. This whole thing is giving me a bad vibe. Okay. Well, I mean, if it's on PC, I'll probably get it on PC. I mean, I have to justify the video card I bought. I mean, it's a good guess, since Microsoft has their whole thing where, like, almost all their games are you buy one and you get it on both PC and the Xbox. Unless they're not going to continue that for next generation. But, I mean, these are all decisions for next year. Because none of these are coming out till holiday next year, so still got a whole year to decide and figure out what to get where and what's worth getting. These demons. Really noisy guy just came through here. I don't know what he was screaming about. Hey, if you're getting shaky, here's a tip. Whenever you check the green save point, your life and mana will be fully restored. It's something every soldier knows. Running with your tail between your legs, huh? What sort of opponent are we dealing with? You can see for yourself. It's big enough to be the source of them all. Coming along? As far as I'm concerned, it sounds like this one is going to give me some entertainment. I'll let you tag along for this one too. Yeah, bet you're glad to hear that. You're using the cadets? We can't do that. I'm strong enough to give you trouble. It's gonna take all of us to beat it. Jeez, all these freaking outbreaks lately, someone's gotta be breeding these monsters. You and I are gonna have to go around all Japan exterminating these things. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, well, anyway, you ready or not? Yeah, listen, it might get hairy. Even Gato wouldn't enjoy that.
随分とふぬけているな。
Everyone ready? One second, let me get to full health. Oh, never mind, I get the wrong one, so we go in. On to big game today for sure. Real man rises to the challenge. Go on, get him. Get one depth on him before we can use that. Let's get our defense up.
大した獲物だ。
You guys seen a lot of combat? That was a good show for Baby Murakumo. Where the hell does a monster that strong even come from? Gotta check the other floors. Keep moving. Okay. Gara and I are going to move on to check the rest of the floors. Worried about these little flowers everywhere. Something funny about it. You guys go and use the elevator to get up to the roof of this place. Everyone else ought to be waiting there. Alright, so I definitely can't carry another one. Yeah, could use one now. The way to continue forward, I probably should check down first. And there's nothing there.
随分とふぬけているな。
守備よ。
Almost leveled. Emergency dispatch. We have a situation. The observation team reports a massive monster touching down on the City Hall roof. Kato and Nagara are to halt the extermination and proceed to eliminate the monster at once. Had to be the roof. Hey, Azathoth, you heard that, right? We're heading for the roof now. Your team is closer. Head to the roof and back up the others. If things go south, I want you to retreat. Counting on you.
切磋琢磨は怠るな。竜が如きに負けはせん。
What, you're alive? None of the rest made it. Done well. You should feel proud. Got to go make up more. Oh, we've got to go make one more sweep for serious monsters. You guys stand guard up here. Afterward, we'll come by and get you. Got it? I see. Just realized something. Oops. What about there's good? Huh? The sky, closing fast. What? What? Everywhere. Evacuate! All units retreat! Emergency! Everyone out, now! Repeat, all units. Emergency dispatch, get out of City Hall. Repeat, get out of City Hall. Can you hear? Withdraw. Immediately. Repeat. Withdraw. And I have played past this part when I was doing my test run, and this is an unwinnable fight that you can't run away from, so let's just auto battle till we die. Yeah, it's a fan translation. Like, this game never came out of Japan. Like, there's 4 games in this series, and actually that's covering up the Twitch chat. Where can I put the cam? I don't know, but I think they've already disproven the rumor that it's going to be backwards compatible with everything. I think they officially came out and said it's only going to be compatible with the 4. No idea where to put my camera. Like, honestly, if it is, that would be great. I would love it if the PlayStation Store had, you know, every PS1, every PS2, like, all the games there just for you to pick up and play on the one system. That would definitely clear up, like, I could get rid of all my old systems and just buy that one. That would be great. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm that lucky. I'm trying to figure out. You know what? I might just go cam off. They could. Especially since the PS2 is the one they've been missing out on a lot. The PS2 had a lot of games, and they only have a tiny portion of them that are compatible with, like, PS Classics on PS3 and PS4. So if they could just put their entire library online to be bought, like, a lot of people would pick up some of those games. Yep. There's too many of them. Mr. Casa, we have to leave them. We can't wait any longer. Don't you think there's still a chance they could pull it off and get back? But we can't hold on to this position. A little longer. Just wait 5 minutes more. But Natsume. I agree with her on this one. If we abandoned them to die, what was the point of this mission? Yeah, I have Alter Code F. It's really fun. Like, that's the one slight against the first Wild Arms, is how bad the battle models look, and that fixed that. Like, and it even added a couple more playable characters. Like, Alter Code F is really good. So, the fact that it's one of those games that's in limbo that you can't really get anywhere kinda sucks. I think the Shadow Hearts game might fall into that, since both their developer and their publisher are both went under. Jeez, we're finally here. Would have been fast to take the elevator. The exercise is good for you. Hey, you calling me fat? Forget about that and look at this. So that's a dragon. Probably. Takahaya said they'd look about like that. Oh, somebody's still kicking over there. It's like... So, what now? It's not our job to help, but... Can't just watch them die, I guess. Back me up, Knuckle. Yeah. I already knew we were gonna say that. Yeah, I mean, those are all things that they could do. It's just a matter of, will they do them? Or is there some kind of, you know, legal red tape stopping them from doing it? I mean, hell, there are some games that can't come over simply because of a certain song that's in them. Like, there's a song by a group, and they lose the rights to it, and then they can't sell the game anymore. Yeah. I still want to play Rebirth. And for as long as Rebirth has been out, it's... I mean, I can't really complain about it since people do these things for free. And I do take advantage of fan translations. I'm playing one right now, obviously. But it's just weird to me that Tales of Rebirth has been out for so long and yet it hasn't been translated yet. Sure about this? Well, if we do too much, Takahaya will be pissed. Shut up, Neko. Washington, D.C., the White House. Understood. Continue to monitor the situation. Yes, sir. Something the matter? Even in South Africa, hostiles are appearing. EU, China, Japan, likely Russia too. He's 5. Oh, with us it's 6 now. What are the damages? We have almost no intelligence on how other nations are faring right now. However, I imagine only we're standing up to them. It happened precisely as you said it would. Voting you was a lucky decision. It is fortunate that you had the wisdom to believe all that I told you. In all honesty, I don't believe it at all. Not even now. What I believed in was the knowledge and technology you had, that's all. The appearances of the dragons, my only choice is to trust in you. They're strong adversaries. Can we prevail against such a threat? We'll do everything we can, trusting your command at the front, Emil. I will keep you informed, Mr. President. This time, I'm going to win. Yeah, but there's... I don't know why, but there's certain Tales games that they're just ignoring. Like, there's Rebirth, there's Tales of Destiny 2, there's the Tales of Destiny 1 Director's Cut, the remake that came out on PS2. Like, they never brought that over either. Tales of Innocence came out on DS and came out on the Vita as Tales of Innocence are. Neither one of those came over. I found a fan translation for the DS version, so I'm probably gonna play that sometime in the future if it doesn't end up being remade, which I don't think it is. It seems like it's dropped into that bucket of Tales games that they just don't care enough to bring over. And I don't get it. Like, literally, if you did Rebirth, Destiny 2, and Destiny Remake, which are all PS2 games, you just wrap those up into a package to sell as a bundle, like, any Tales fan would pick those up. Any Tales fan would pick those up, because we never got any of those, and not a single one of them has even been fan translated to play it. So I don't see the reason why they don't... Like, they just did it with .hack GU. They packaged them all together. Like, if they just did that with those 3 Tales games, like, people would pick those up even faster. Yeah. These are the last survivors. Now get out of here. What on earth do you think you're doing, daring to interfere with Murakumo business? Message from Takahaya. Do what we want here, so stay out of our way, Grandma. Are you angry, or is it just the wrinkles? Anyway. Take them into custody. Hurry up and catch them immediately. Now we get the... I'm almost tempted to say this might be one of the reasons why this didn't come over. Because this is a Hatsune Miku song. And they may not have had the rights to this song, and that might have been one of the reasons this didn't come over. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, the way they just did with .hack GU, how they packaged them all together and sold them as one bundle, and they even added extra. Like, there's 3 PS2 Tales games that we never saw. Oh yeah, that's been a thing for a long time. I remember even back on the original Xbox when they were talking about Halo, they would talk about how they would scan an object, have it scanned in really high resolution, and then scale it down to actually put it in the game. I mean, they could. I don't know why they don't. But then again, I don't have access to the sales numbers, so I don't know if the Tales series maybe doesn't sell as much as I think it does, but then if it doesn't sell as much, then why are they pushing Arise so much? I don't know. No, the one I'm talking about is the Tales of Destiny Director's Cut. I think that one came out on PS2. It was either PS2 or PS3, but I'm pretty sure it was PS2. And that was using the same engine as, like, Abyss, I think? Like, the engine that they started with Abyss, that they were using for a long time, that's what they did the Director's Cut with. Hey, you're up. Go back to your room for a minute. Some stuff I gotta tell you. You guys were knocked out a month ago. That month, the world has changed a lot. Saw that monstrosity in City Hall. Dragons have started appearing worldwide. Earth is falling apart. Survivors are hiding in shelters, but outside, millions and millions are dead. Look on your faces says you think I'm joking. It's a lot to believe all of a sudden, but it's the truth. We're hiding inside till we run out of food. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but there's nothing else we can do. Take some time. How do I feel? Sad, sorry to be the bearer of bad news. An enemy like that makes my heart race. It's just the way I am. Is it unlocked yet? Nope, not yet. Can't spend my skill points yet. No, with no materials, I can't make anything. Excuse me, we're flat broke right now. Are you fighting dragons? Let me give you this. Because I want revenge from my parents. That's overkill right now, we don't need that. Take one of these. You woke up, eh? Gato presumably told you that this world is on the brink of destruction thanks to the dragons. But we're not giving up. Murakumo is fighting back against the invaders. Wiping out monsters is Murakumo's mission, and the reason you've been given S-Class talent is to eradicate the enemies of humanity. The fight at City Hall was impressive. If you wish it, I can recognize you as full members of the Murakumo organization, effective immediately. Make no mistake, join our game and you bet your lives. You may want to think twice about it. Perhaps you'd prefer to spend your last few days hiding underground instead. Is that what you'd like? Tell me when you've made your decision. Thank you. I appreciate your courage and your abilities. Henceforth, Azathoth's unit will be admitted to Unit 13 of the Murakumo. Welcome to the organization. How much did Abyss sell by comparison? Azathoth, let me welcome you to Murakumo. Thank you for becoming my comrades. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kirino Ayafume. Call me Kirino, or Raven if you prefer. I administer the Science Division on behalf of Mrs. Casa here at Murakumo. I might have some jobs for you later. Kirino, explain the situation to me. Let's start with the bad news. 98% of Japanese territory is currently under the dominion of the dragons. Against such an overwhelming foe, the combined intelligence, courage, and martial prowess of all humanity proved virtually useless. The blink of an eye, Japan, no, the entire world, was all marked as the territory of dragons. At the moment, Murakumo plans to establish a few elite military camps. From there, bit by bit, we'll hunt in dragon territory and reclaim it for humanity, even if it takes us decades. Right now, Gato's advanced team is assaulting Tokyo City Hall to recapture it. Our plan is to clear the dragons living there and re-establish it as a base for humanity. We've already cleared 70% of the building. We're stymied by a gigantic Imperial dragon nesting at the top of the building. Of course, I refer to the massive red dragon you've already encountered. I want you to participate in the plan, acting as Murakumo Unit 13. I know it's too great a risk to toss you into combat against an Imperial dragon without preparation. First, I'd like you to support and assist Gato's advanced team and get up to speed. Then, with logistics and support provided by yourselves, the remaining SDF, Gato's team will engage the Imperial dragon. We're calling this mission Operation Salvage City Hall. Sound good? As I expected. Please see me so I can give you a medical checkup and clear you for combat. After all, you've been sleeping for a month. You're expecting more furlough, waiting just ahead of you. Oh, wait, just a second. This is where I'm going to be giving you your checkup. Good, I'd like you to meet someone first. Go on, introduce yourselves. Murakumo Unit 2, NAV 3.6. Likewise, Murakumo Unit 2, NAV 3.7. These kids comprise Unit 2 of the Murakumo, aka Intel and Support. They serve as eyes and ears for frontliners. You may find them a little peculiar, but give them a chance. You'll be impressed. Anyone's peculiar here, it's you. I'm handling Gato's team for this mission. Been introduced. I'll be leaving now. Please excuse him. Sometimes he can be a bit blunt. Azathoth, I'll be navigating for your unit during Operation Salvage City Hall. I'll do my best for you. I'll talk to you again when you're there. Be surprised the Navis are kids. They won't disappoint you on the mission, though. You should follow their guidance in the field. Shall we begin your checkup? No problem with your vitals. However, your muscle tone is a bit flabby. We'll start you on light duty to help you get back in fighting trim. Need you to start unlocking your hidden potential in combat. We call this potential custom skills. Alright, now we can spend skill points. We saved the number 13 for our A team. Sikasa has a great deal of faith in you. You should be able to use custom skills to attain remarkable strength over time. But it's finally time for your shots. These ones will help get you combat ready. These are nutritional supplements. Hey, roll up your sleeve. Don't sweat it, our injections don't hurt. 100 SP for the party. Okay, all done. See you. Yeah, that hurt like hell, I know. You're ready, head to the front gate. They'll explain your first mission there. Okay, so we want the jab. After that, we probably either want to up forward punch or get life bonus. Let's see what we need to get next. You, I haven't tried yet, so I actually need to look at yours. So he starts with moderate damage, 3 random attacks against all enemies. Heal himself. Gradually gain attack power for 10 turns. I like that. I wonder what strength those 3 attacks are at. I have to check that out. Mirakumo Unit 13. This is the mission. Unit 13 will proceed to City Hall to engage any and all dragons in combat. After defeating them by any means necessary, you will discover 3 units of DZ from the corpses. This is your sole mission. In transit to the missionary, avoid any dragons until you're at full combat potential again. DZ is our raw material for arms manufacturing. Recover it and our support team will use it to strengthen our weaponry and armor. Does it seem like an errand to you? If all you do is make it there and back alive, that's more than almost anyone else could say. Got it? This mission is very important, however. Pull out at once if you're in over your head. It's critical your team return alive. Yo, still out here looking for dragons to fight? Guess you were just born curious. Why City Hall upside down? You'll see as you get deeper in. That Imperial Dragon thing has changed the whole place around to suit its fancy. It's completely topsy-turvy. But know about the other regions, but that's just enough gabbing. Remember, to get anywhere you need to go, just keep on heading downstairs. Keep it together, kids. Calling Unit 13. This is Nav 3.7. Can you hear me? We seem to be securely connected. The mission is to salvage 3 DZ. DZ is a general term for various materials that can be harvested from the bodies of dragons. One dragon corpse can supply 1 unit of DZ. In short, to complete this mission, you'll need to defeat 3 dragons in combat and strip their bodies. First off, I'd like you to head to the lower floors where the remaining dragons are. You're looking for DZ? Certainly a great all-purpose material. Dragons have us pinned down here, but they're also key to our rebuilding. Okay. So now that I'm on the battle screen, I don't need that on. Can't put it over here because I've got chat, and then right here is where all the text comes in. So maybe here-ish? That could work. Yeah, it looks like a good spot for this game. Three random attacks against all enemies. Okay, so 13 to 16. So they're definitely weaker than a normal hit. Try a normal hit next fight and see. Let's move this up a little more so it's not blocking the mini-map at all. Alright, that works. So 13 to 16 was the 3 hits he got out of his skills. Almost 25. So it looks like it's 3 hits at half strength, about. So 150 total. Maybe more like 60% for each hit. $30. Let's try it again. And it seems like 3 hits at about 50-55% strength each.
鍛え方が足りん。
It's the way to continue, so let's check the life.
時間も努力も有限なんだよ。
You want to be prepared no matter the situation, keep an escape kit. Tactical advance to the rear. I already bought one.
はい、調子づいちゃうだろ。 鍛え方が足りん。砕け。
That's getting ready for a boss fight. Let's check over here. And dead end with nothing.
Rocket! 時間も努力も有限なんだよ。
13番。
Stop here. You look ahead, you see one of the dragons targeted by this mission. We call it a hammerhead. It's a tough foe with a huge battering ram. I must urge you most emphatically to spend accumulated exhaust meter when fighting one without worrying about conserving strength. Now activate the exhaust gauge. The exhaust meter is a very important parameter in battle. By consuming your entire exhaust meter, you get a buff turn and exhaust actions. Burn through your exhaust meter, you'll be in peak condition for one turn. You can act before anyone else, you'll do increased damage, recovering items will be more potent. After acting, the exhaust meter will return to 0 and slowly recharge as you attack and are attacked by your enemies. The stronger the opponent will fight, the more quickly the meter will charge, so it's best to use it freely in battle.
覇気10点。砕け！
What a dick! Let's get off a good heal.
なかなか手強かったな。13番
Calling Unit 13. Not too shabby, team. You defeated a hammerhead and recovered a unit of DZ to boot. We have reports of other dragons lurking on this floor somewhere. Please continue the mission. Maybe dragon just up there on the mini-map.
Yeah. 時間も努力も有限なんだよ。
Exit.
Rocket! 切磋琢磨は怠るな。
13番
Calling Unit 13, the area beyond is outside mission parameters. Leaving without authorization is prohibited. Alright. So this is the only way we can go then.
Rocket! よく頑張った方だと思うよ。 随分とふぬけているな。
We got one left and one down. Yeah. Yeah, we're looking okay.
Aki 10点。砕け。ほんと君たちってムカつくよ。
It's 2 out of 3. And this is 3 out of 3 up here. Probably heal up before we fight. Welcome back, Kirby. How you doing? Should kill him. This is a PSP game, but it's Japanese only. I'm playing a fan translation. Calling Unit 13. That's 3 units of DZ. Mission complete. I wouldn't say you're a match for Gato, as you talk, but you seem to be reliable too. Return to base and see Unit 4. Hand over the 3 units of DZ ASAP. Unit 4 is in the room next to yours. Recommendation is to use the escape point list floor immediately and return to base on the double. It's your Navi signing off, over and out. Actually, is anything in this room? No. I've been waiting, Unit 13. I'm Waji, head of Dev Unit 4. Quick, let me have the DZ you found. Got no time to lose. Using just what you brought us, I can fulfill all the arms orders we got. When I heard the rookies from Unit 13 are handling this, I worried. Like you can handle yourselves. Kama, Rainy. Yes, sir. Leave it to us. Yep, we'll take care of it from here. Because of the dragon raids, we have few materials and currency is meaningless. These days, rather than use money, we've reverted to organized barter. Aside from the precious DZ you found, we call other miscellaneous material AZ. It's everyday stuff, but still useful. Yep, sure is. Sorry to keep you waiting. For now, can you take this to the troops fighting at City Hall for us? Those guys have been holding out with nothing but junk for so long. Calling Unit 13. President Ikasa has confirmed your next mission is to make the delivery to the SDF. Over and out. Alrighty, another mission. You guys are busy as bees, aren't you? Hey, means you got things to do. Let me let you in on the Dev Unit secret. Anytime someone loses consciousness, you can use it to wake them up with a pop. Do it when the work team is nodding off. Support skill revive. Bosses use us pretty harsh. Take care of yourselves, guys. Tell me what you need before you go, okay? With proper materials, we can do anything.
さてどうする？こいつだな。こいつだな。こいつだな。また来いよ。
いらっしゃいませ。こちらですね。こちらですね。
So.
いらっしゃいませ。こちらですね。
We got. Yeah, I can't afford anything else. I only got 83 left.
いってらっしゃい。
要件は了解した。それではな。
That's all I can buy for now. But we got all our weapon and armor upgrades. So now we have to take the equipment to the SDF. Calling in at 13. The acting head of the SDF is Major Rin Dojima. Dojima's unit is entrenched and holding out on the 11th floor of City Hall. Let's go up, or down, rather. Spot a dragon, try to attack from behind if at all possible. Have favorable odds of battle. Likewise, if one gets a jump on you, you're in grave danger. Be careful. Let's see, 2 of them on the mini-map. One south and one east.
Oh! 随分とふぬけているな。
Okay, so we have to jump on it. Actually, I should probably check some skills. I've probably got enough points by now to upgrade something. Almost leveled. 365. This is still my bread and butter. do get an extra attack off of that one if I level it up. So I can also take the self-heal. Direction is open. So don't need to heal. Next fight I'll level and that'll heal me up. That's a new enemy. So yeah, when I was in the first room it showed a dragon. Yeah, there it is, down to the south. I'm gonna say that south is the direction I need to go. Alright, that was a dead end with nothing. Good purchase. That seems to trigger pretty often.
慢心はするなよ。
It's me, Gato. Feeling good, rookies? Not going to give up on me already, are you? I have higher hope for you than that. Besides, nowhere cozy to relax here. It's like we're through the looking glass. Just ahead of here, we'll have our rendezvous with that Imperial thing. Send him straight to hell. Kicking these things out of City Hall is the start of humanity's counterattack. Trusting you to cut off his retreat. This time we'll make sure there's no place he can hide from us. The way forward is past the SDF on floor 11. Once they have these weapons, they'll be able to provide support for Gato. We haven't gained that many levels. We're already gonna have round 2 with that thing. So dragons to the west, to the south. Kind of a long way out of the way to go for 150 bucks. Although I guess that is like 3/4 of an accessory, which I don't have any yet. I guess 150 is pretty good value for something like that. Either I'm getting really lucky, or that skill is broken. Because, like, practically any time someone needs healing, that triggers.
よく頑張った方だと思うよ。
楽になった？
No, this is 2021. Which is technically the third game in the series. Because there was 7th Dragon on the DS, which I gave a try to that one, but I didn't quite like it as much as the 2021. And then there's 2020, 2022, and then the only one we got here in the West was 7th Dragon 3 VFD on the 3DS. Yeah, so 3 out of the 4 games in this series never came out of Japan. I was tempted to start the very beginning with the one on the DS, but it just didn't really do it for me. It was more medieval and kind of more of a happy tone to it from what I saw, and the music wasn't nearly as good. The music in this is Yuzo Koshiro. So, music in games is always... let's see. I don't want to say that the music for the game is one of the biggest parts of my enjoyment, but it just kind of amplifies it the most. Like, if I'm enjoying a game at all, and it has good music, then I'll really enjoy it. Even if the game is kind of bad, if the music is good, I'll probably enjoy myself. Whereas you can have a really good game where I'm not digging the music too much, and it'll just kind of be like, eh. It won't save a horrible game, but it'll make a bad game playable and make a good game really good. And bad music can bring down a really good game to just being okay for me. Like, music has a big impact. And like, I hear, especially like in JRPG circles, a lot of the stuff where people say, oh, this has a really great OST, this is really good music. A lot of those don't really do it for me. Like, I guess best example I can give is like a lot of JRPGs, their town themes. I hear a lot of people always say, oh, I love this town theme is so good. If the town theme is very, like, cheery and happy, it might as well just be mute for me. It does nothing for me. I guess I have always been a bit of an edgelord. So I kind of like the SMT games and stuff like that. Shadow Hearts. Like, I'll enjoy most things, but I get the most enjoyment out of stuff that's a little darker. But yeah, when stuff is overly happy or cheery, it doesn't do much for me. these are some superhero jumps. Alright, 11th floor, this is where we're supposed to go. Guessing that's them with the big exclamation point. I definitely don't want the support getting paralyzed.
随分とふぬけているな。
What? You Murakumo? What's your business here? What's that? Oh, new weapons and ammo. We owe you one. The kind of equipment we have now, our unit was hanging on by a thread. It took hard fighting to manage that. This we can fortify our position and take control of this zone. Hey, come in. Anyone, answer. Force, wiped out. Reinforcements. Reinforcements. I'm getting massacred out there. What's Murakumo going to do about it? That's what I want to know. I don't have all the details about whatever's going on up there. Due to the effect of the Imperial Dragon, I'm unable to monitor the area. I'll proceed to confirm the situation. I can just wait a bit longer. So you're telling me to sit here patiently. Everyone, get ready to move out. If we can push back from here on the roof, we can support the extermination. Major Rin, please be apprised. Orders from HQ are hold your ground. Come what may, you need to maintain control of this area, down to the last soldier. No, you expect me to just sit here with my hands in my pockets and let my comrades die? With the SDF in its present state, your odds of surviving an assault on the roof are 18.7%. I can't call that a plan. Unit 13 is on site and ready for reconnaissance. They'll go and see Gato's situation firsthand. Then we'll be in a position to execute. Gato's unit is on the roof. Head for the northwest hole in the floor. Saw that from the cutscene. Exit opened up. Big Monkey's a new one. All 3 hits on the little guy. I think he died on the first hit. That works. Okay, so we got choices. Let's go check up here first. That's nothing. So northwest is where we're supposed to be heading. So I guess let's check south first. That works.
随分とふぬけているな。
I could up boss killer punch. Is this a passive? It says mana 0. Let's work under the assumption that this is a passive. Get 239. Defense booster up. This is good for random encounters, and this is good for fighting bosses. We've got a couple of dragons here and there. Let's do this for now. Hopefully we'll have them. We just need to get another 211 before we get to the roof. Not a passive, it does need to be activated. It's not as good as I thought it was.
遊んであげるよ。相手は選べ。これ教訓ね。
That's actually not too bad. It is dependent on them hitting him and not everybody else, though. That's a new dragon. Last time 76. Let's see how much this does. points less for 1 point less mana.
あと何匹いるんだ？
Of course, that's for now. This will outstrip it as it powers up again. So it looks like at even level, they're comparable. What do I have? 659. I can go buy some accessories and come back.
いらっしゃいませ。こちらですね。こちらですね。こちらですね。いってらっしゃい。守備オフ。
Did we not catch it from behind?
大した獲物だ。
So you're guarding anything? Guard room.
次行くぞ。
We're actually getting to the point where medicine can't fully heal us anymore. So it does seem like counter stance draws out. So that's actually pretty good. Like it seems to draw a pretty good amount of aggro to get them to attack him so it'll activate. This case are already wiped out. Hurry to the roof and confirm their status. Any survivors remain, extract them, by any means necessary. Can't afford to lose Gato and Nagari. I'm counting on you. Confirming a change of mission. Extraction of the strike force is priority 1. Will be our last transmission. Past here due to radio interference will be an intermittent contact at best. Proceed with extreme caution. Please safely execute the mission. There's a dragon down there that we haven't killed. I can see it, moving back and forth. It's taunting me. Out to level. Well, all that praise I was giving it for holding aggro is kind of starting to prove me wrong. Guess I was just getting lucky before. don't think it's gonna last past this round. He's definitely dead. You hiding. Heal arrow 2. That's the AoE heal. This one 30 versus the 20. Alright. Now we head to go finish the mission.
随分とふぬけているな。
431. Oh, boss killer punch. I really want to get that up. I need 14 more. Let's see about getting in one more battle.
It
is 14 exact. sorry, got run. Sword up hill. Bloody dragons. Show mean human. You are the heck reinforcements. That's right. That's really good to hear. 2 guys from Murakumo fell back, but they're still on the roof. Gotta find a way to help them somehow. Only one way to go. Why did you come here? Run, fall back. This one is mine. This thing killed Nagare. I'm going to die by my hands. Guess we have Wounded War Cry this time. I was about to say, we haven't leveled up that much, and last time we're only doing 1 damage to it. Let's see if this is enough. Ow. Gathering power for something. We're becoming paralyzed. Buff's back up. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Fuck, he's dead.
遊んであげるよ。
That was a nasty turn. Motherfucker. Shit. That might be game over. Yep. It was that round where he did his gather power attack and then the fire sphere at the same time. Even guarding that left everybody too close to dead. Just save her EX for if I ever have to get in a heal before his turn. She's got the defense ring at least. Hopefully it won't do much to her, and she can't be paralyzed. I thought she couldn't be paralyzed. What the hell?
遊んであげるよ。
Alright. Almost dead. Wait, just wait a little bit and then I'll give you some attention. Oh, you motherfucker, this is what crippled us last time. Fucker. Wait. Just let me finish this fight first, and then I'll pet you.
遊んであげるよ。
なった？
Is that it? Alright, he's dead. Alright. A cat is demanding attention and getting very impatient. Come here. What are you looking at? Kitty break. It's still there. Yeah, my cat puts his paw on my shoulder to let me know that he wants attention. Yeah, it happens every once in a while during my streams. Sorry. Kitty break. It's a part of the stream. The cat wants attention, the cat gets attention. Usually only about 5-10 minutes. He doesn't have much. He has a... I usually like to say he has a battery for affection. He just needs like maybe once or twice a day. You pet him, hold him for about 5-10 minutes. His battery's full. He's good for the rest of the day. But sometimes he demands attention while I'm streaming. I don't think so. Actually, it might have. No, it didn't. Hey, you almost done? It didn't freeze. They were just doing a one of those action show, you know, end credit pause where they hold their position. Hey, you done yet? Yes? No? Alright, I think he's done. Unit 13, please report on the situation. What? Where's the Imperial signature? Does this really mean that... This can't be happening. Unit 13 really did it. Hey, pull yourselves up off the ground. Secure the perimeter immediately. Somehow, some way, those guys did it. They defeated the Imperial Dragon. Defeated the Imperial Dragon war cry. Tokyo City Hall has been recovered. You've done very well indeed. What about Gato and Nagare? I made it out alive somehow. Nagare didn't make it. Damn it, I can't believe this. Kirino, we head for City Hall at once. Send everyone who can move. Mission accomplished. Unit 13, can you hear me? Backup is on its way to relieve me. And I'll rest there for a moment. Believe me, you did well this time. You all just took back humanity's base. Azdalska just recaptured humanity's new base, Tokyo City Hall, and now it's being put back together. Men and women, old and young, like any family settling into a new home, there's a great deal of work yet to be done. This was the day that humanity began to beat back the tide, find strength to overcome all its hardships. Pause and reconstruction of City Hall. The few supplies they had remaining, surviving civilians and support stopped to throw a modest banquet for the troops. Compared to those they'd seen in days before, it was a modest banquet indeed, but their faces were flooded with gratitude. In this small bulwark of humanity, they were determined to prevail in a war against the overwhelming might of the dragons. Three days later. Thanks to materials supplied by Azathoth, 2 floors of City Hall were restored. All the remaining DZ was used up. Chapter 1.5, Sky and the Others. Calling Unit 13. It's time for you to get out of bed. Please wake up. Finally awake. Navis are not designed to serve as alarm clocks. Today there's going to be a strategy session about how best to defeat the dragons. Of course you remember that, right? Everyone's already gathered in the 7th floor meeting room. Azathoth, come please join us. Post haste. This is your room. You can rest and organize a party here. There's still 2 classes I haven't made. Psychic.
勘弁してよね。楽勝楽勝。次。その程度で勝てると思って。頑張りました。この調子でいこう。しゃっ。いけそうですね。遊んでほしいの？楽しみね。
Now we need a... I forget what they call it, but their version of the thief. It's a trickster.
これが僕の責任だ。
てめえはやんちゃが過ぎたんだ。
ま、こんなんでいいんじゃないか。地獄送りで許してやる。守備は上々だ。
そこミスるわけないじゃん。
ちゃっちゃと勝たすぞ。
なんだ
おいおい、調子づいちゃうだろ。
己の身とな。
速やかに済ませましょう。
のんびり散歩とはいかないか。
負けるはずなどないだろう。
てめえはやんちゃが過ぎたんだ。一丁活躍してくっか。
Not gonna use them quite yet, but if they give us alternate low-level missions or something where we can level them up, I'll probably pick them out. Change floor within City Hall by using the floor jump command. Activate floor jump by inspecting any elevator within City Hall or pressing the R button. Who's it? Unit 10. It's like Unit 10 is just Gato. What a pain. These damn dragons are trouble. I've been doing this for too long, too. Soon your kids will have to step up. Dorm. That's where I need to go to. Let's check the entrance real quick. Let's see if there's any new gear. You need something? I thought you were all in the meeting room. Not yet. Guys, get anything new to sell?
新作見てけよ。
Do 574.
こいつだな。こいつだな。こいつだな。まだ来いよ。さてどうする？こいつだな。こいつだな。こいつだな。こいつだな。こいつだな。こいつだな。こいつだな。まだ来いよ。さてどうする？
All he has is weapons, right?
冷やかしか。
She has the,
新製品です。
240, 80, that's 320. I have enough.
こちらですね。こちらですね。こちらですね。いってらっしゃい。いらっしゃいませ。
go to the meeting. Gee, how much do we have? 245. 50. Give her life up. Nothing for you. Let's get her life up. He's level 1. We'll get him the same once we get another 50 to him. Actually, we have an item. Meeting room is on this floor. There are crucial decisions in here. I declare, why am I stuck with all the introductions and like? All our leaders have been holding meeting after meeting after meeting. Taking City Hall is the first step, but there's still a mountain to climb. Anybody over here? Can't read the bulletin boards. Good morning, Unit 13. You are 36 minutes late, but I'll let it slide. I'm noticing a pattern that they're always saying we're late. Just this once, you mean? I've gathered you all here today to discuss our strategy going forward. However, before we begin, I have some extremely important news to relay. An hour ago, an emergency transmission was received from the United States. What on earth? Did the US make it through okay? Finally, assistance. With this, we're as good as saved. We will be conducting a formal session between our two nations via satellite. Naturally, the Prime Minister will speak. About time to start. Why isn't it on? Mr. Prime Minister, the transmission is coming in. Oh, here it is. I come with a heavy heart, my delight in seeing you notwithstanding. We must first see to the safety of Japan. Only then can we truly rejoice. Mr. Mueller, what do you know of the rest of the world? What is the status of other countries? Please, be at ease. We share your concern. Speaking frankly, aside from Japan, we were able to make contact with the European Union. That is all. We have received no reply from other nations. And as for the European Union, we've had no further contact since the initial exchange. Then, you must be ready to reinforce Japan, even just the existing base at Yokosuka. That is an impossibility. Even lending you a few experts could cause our situation to rapidly deteriorate. But then, what reason have we for any sort of optimism whatsoever? No help at all. Of course, we desperately want to help you. First, we need to completely clear all the dragons from within our own borders. Once that's done, we can breathe easy and use our strength to protect Japan. This is... What about the US-Japan security treaty we renegotiated just months ago? We covered this in explicit detail. Prime Minister Inuzuka, things have already progressed well beyond the scope of that discussion. Isn't that... That summarizes the events to date. We'll be in periodic contact with you to ensure that Japan continues to flourish. We'll be praying for you. God keep you. Cut the transmission. What is he telling us to do? How on earth can we proceed like this? The only thing we can do right now is concentrate on reclaiming Tokyo. First, we'll investigate all spatial anomalies, then develop anti-dragon countermeasures. Countermeasures? You act like you have this all planned out. Of course I do. That's what it means to be Murakumo. Things the way they are now, the only thing we can do is trust you. Vince, nothing else the government can do. Giving this operation my full authority. Use the floors and resources as you see fit. Anything to develop these countermeasures. We accept your proposal. Kirino, gather everyone together, will you? Here's the situation. We've clawed City Hall back from the dragons. This is the center of human resistance. With this base as HQ, we'll eradicate every Imperial Dragon in Tokyo. Good plan, huh? But we can't expect support or info from other nations, and we sorely lack troops and intel. Thus, our plan has two objectives. First, expand this base to support the war effort. We need a laboratory to study them, a Murakumo HQ to coordinate. That's item 1. Unit 13 will cover that. Head to Shibuya, make war on the dragons, and gather DZ to fix City Hall. Second, we need to get the lay of the land. Major Dojima, are the remnants of the SDM up to handling that? We need you to use the underground to secure and expand our borders. Affirmative. We don't need you to tell us that. Thanks for your cooperation. Everyone, get ready to deploy. Carry out your individual missions. Can't lose the war with the dragons, so we've got to fortify this position. Everything we scraped together has already been used strengthening City Hall. Please help us with further repairs. Searching the area, rebuilding City Hall, we won't run short of things to do. The real battle begins here, Unit 13. We'll need you for a long time to come. One last thing. Before heading to Shibuya, please go speak with Mia at the front desk and receive a tutorial from her on design. She's an expert architect, trusting her to rebuild City Hall. Please let her know that our top priority is the laboratory in Murakumo HQ. Unit 13, right? I heard you were coming. I'm from Unit 8. I'm Mia, from the construction team. Kirino informed me we'll be building a laboratory in a Murakumo HQ. Before we begin construction, I need to teach you the basics about expanding our base of operations. Tokyo City Hall is in a sorry shape. Floors that need rebuilding and facilities to build and upgrade. Right now we don't have adequate time or information to rebuild most floors. However, as you fight against dragons, we'll keep adding new blueprints for you. First of all, we need DZ to repair everything. Some floors will also require specific key triggers before they can be remodeled. DZ and key triggers are both obtained by searching the dungeons and advancing the plot, so don't slack off in your quest. Fundamentally, building proper facilities requires real dragon materials. We need DZ. For dragon slayers like Unit 13, though, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's start off by building a Murakumo HQ. That'll expand your skill selection. In order to construct it, we'll need 7 DZ. Next up is a laboratory, but we'll need cooperation for that project. Murakumo doesn't have that kind of skill set. I think if we look outside, it'll be hard. It's going to take us a month or so minimum. Not sure anyone like that is still alive. First platoon, head out! Come on, stick to it, let's go! That Officer Dojima and her troops seem to have come to have some fight in the middle. You guys can't let them down. They're trying so hard for everyone. I need you to try hard for these materials. Shibuya Flower Seed.
進計画だ。
So right now I've got 0. SCF Barracks, reward Paris Cut accessory. Kumo HQ, reward battle skills unlocked. Enemy radar unlocked. Stealth 2 support skill. And new equipment. Total, that's 14, 17, 19, 9, 33 total to repair everything.
お預けか。
Is 31 the number of dragons in there? I guess so, because top right of the thing shows a little dragon symbol. So yeah, there's 31 dragons up in here. Point 428. All sensors reading okay. Location confirmed. Hey there, Unit 13. I'll be your Navi this time. Good to see you. Your mission is to scope the area and secure DZ while looking for survivors. Think you can handle that? Unit 13, do you read me? I'll be participating this time as well. After our topsy-turvy city hall comes Shibuya blanketed in flowers then. Wish I understood dragon design sense. Right-hand path is closed off. We'll proceed left to the Doganzaka area. Come on, let's get moving. Over and out. Okay, so it's these salamander ones still.
上出来素晴らしいね。 上出来素晴らしいね。
It's those 2 down, 29 to go. Don't know who set it up, but somebody's put up a big barricade. Unit 13, please go the other way. There is a barricade. Okay, so I guess the gray area means go to a new zone. Are there not random encounters anymore? Is it all dragons now? That's a new one. Chemical dragon. God help. This could be bad. Worth that. Oh wow, I'm already out of MP.
遊んであげるよ。God, he's playing dumb.
上出来上出来素晴らしいね
So they can help each other. Okay, so there are still random battles.
相手は選べ。これ教訓ね。
Okay, so nearest I can tell, the difference between poison and burn is that poison damages at the end of the round and burn damages every time you act. It also seemed that poison persists.
遊んであげるよ。
肉弾戦で高殴り。
相手は選べ。これ教訓ね。
How much money do I have? I might need to go back just to buy supplies. Oh, please, someone help me! Hey, there are people here. Unit 13, you've got to save them. Oh, this is just a regular battle. I thought it was gonna be a dragon.
よく頑張った方だと思うよ。
Thank you. Where did you come from? Completed the medical scan. 2 broken bones, 15 lacerations, general fatigue, but strong vital signs. Just as I thought, there still seem to be some survivors. Unit 13, seek out anyone else alive. Surely there are others here. Alright, poison. It's a new area. I want to level up so I can heal before I take that dragon on. Alright, now we can fight.
素晴らしいね
And now we've got 5 DZ. Need 7 to get the headquarters so we can get access to more skills. Kinda want to do at least the 7 before I head back. Alright, one more. Go build the headquarters. And they look pretty close to each other, so they might help each other out in the fight. I think if we don't kill him this round, the other one comes in to help. That's the 7 we need. Let's see if we can help this. Nope. Nope, that's all the way around. We'll come back for you, buddy. Because I need healing items also. So 31 down to 24, and we killed 7. Oh yeah, that's the dragon count. And apparently the bar at the bottom is the total dragons in the city. So we've killed 7 out of 200. We'll begin renovating Murakumo HQ at once. Murakumo HQ has been finished. The floor superintendent is named Misaki. I'd like to meet with you.
また頼むぞ。
新作がある。了解した。了解した。了解した。それで
A
は
lot
な。
of poison happening there, so just cap off with that. Girl who looks like a cosplayer is a highly skilled navigator in the organization. See her skill for yourself. I am the person to ask if you're looking for assistance with intel or support. I'm hardly the equal of the two main Navis, but I'll give you my all. Thanks very much for constructing this new control room for us. It's so shiny. New control room, new leadership. Well, it might not be a bad thing. Hey, Unit 13. Sorry you guys don't know me, but I'm happy to get a chance to talk to you. My name is Masaki. I oversee the development of new abilities for Murakumo organization operatives. In order for me to do my job, I need you to work hard out there. Instead of thanking me, just go out there, fight some tough foes, come back alive, and help me awaken your latent potential. Armor battle skills. Yeah, your skill customization menu should be significantly broadened now. That cool by you? The important thing now is for you to learn a variety of different skills. It's not so wrong to specialize, but you won't discover any new tricks that way. In order to find the right attack pattern to take out each and every enemy you'll face, first you need to expand your options. Oh, and here's a little bonus for you. Shot. Roll up your sleeve. Use it well. I look forward to seeing your choices. This is my new workplace? Cataloging citizen ability as data. That's fantastic. I'm a data processing maniac. I'll manage this data with a swiftness. Alright, so what do we got? Everything... Well, not everything. That's new. That's new. That's new. There's a lot that's new. Holy crap. Parry shield. This turn, all allies will take reduced damage. Nullifier reduce breast damage and counter. Nullifier reduce claw damage and counter. Nullifier reduce fang damage and counter. Those are all very situational. Adept 2 damage and lowers enemy defense. Adept 2 damage and lowers enemy's attack. Definitely want more mana because it's running out. So these all seem really situational. Like you don't know what attack they're gonna use, so when do you use it? Whereas this one just counters everything. I'm sure these counter a lot more for more damage, and it says they nullify or reduce the damage. Like Fang, Claw, and Breath. Like most of the dragons I fought so far can do all three, and you don't know which one they're gonna do. Take this one too. Machine 119. End of the turn, revive allies with full life. 4 turns, bad statuses last 2 fewer turns. Hack an enemy at a moderate success rate. Turn a hacked enemy attacks its allies. Damage and debuff a hacked enemy for 3 turns. 4 turns, curse all enemies 100% if hacked. I mean, that would be good in those instances where I know someone's gonna die. Moderate damage, more to flyers. After attack, switch to EI stance. Moderate fire damage plus burn, moderate ice damage plus freeze. After attack, switch to bateau stance. Okay, so he's gonna be doing some stance dancing. That's some interesting choices. And I know there's later points in the game where you get even more. The only one I'm not too sure about is the counters. Unless there's unless the enemies give you some kind of tell as to what thing they're gonna do. Maybe I just haven't been paying close enough attention. Maybe they do have some kind of tell for what attack they're gonna give. Just took a look at the time, and this is about time for to call it. Have I learned any new skills? No, not yet. Same ones. Yeah, this is about time for me to call it. I had tried out this game before, and I think I played it for like an hour. So I went well past what I had already tried out before. I tried it for an hour and I was really digging it, so that's why I decided to play this next. So yeah, we got through the tutorial, we got through the first half of the first chapter, we defeated the wounded Imperial Dragon, and we've got a couple of parts of City Hall rebuilt. Got some more battle skills to try out, and we need to go back in, save more people, kill more dragons in the flower bed area. But that'll be for next session, which will not be tomorrow. Tomorrow is my designated board game night with my roommates and some other friends. So Monday morning, Saturday night, Saturday night time, Sunday night, Monday morning. Be the next session where we'll continue this. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. So until then.